Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos.
Here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, hey. time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On the road, here we go, here we go.
What is, oh boy, blowing out everybody's eardrum. Sorry about that, guys. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to my boy DZ. Guys, Bitcoin's dumping. Oh my God, we're going to zero, baby. Bring it to zero. Send her to Goblin Town, baby. Bitcoin is absolutely nuking right now, guys. Should you be worried? Should you be scared? Should you be reaching for your mommy? Potentially. But, guys, I'm just kidding. Long time no see, guys. We were live like an hour ago. But thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in to our live stream tonight, spending your precious time with the Candle Mafia to sit here and do 2 hours of technical analysis on not only Bitcoin, but sometimes the Dixie and a ton of altcoins. Guys, we're going to be breaking down the price action. We got that move to the downside. If you guys tuned into the live stream earlier today, you will know that this is kind of my ideal situation. This is exactly what I wanted to happen. I was looking for a move down before a move up, but with these big red candles, it starts to get a little bit scary. Are we going to get those blue candles back to the upside? I'm going to be covering all of it today in the stream, guys. We're going to be going over the key levels of support that we need to be looking at to the downside for some strong bounces. Yeah, going to be looking for some strong bounce. I'm going to get the chat in just a second. But, guys, are we going to get that bigger move down? Are we going to see that head and shoulders break down in a bearish manner? Or is this just a temporary move? And maybe Asia wakes up and just rips it right back to the upside. So we're going to be covering all that, guys. And we will be taking a look at the altcoins tonight. I'm going to say it. We just went live for over 2 hours. So I am going to say, Darren Does Things says, hey, Anon, 8K incoming. But yeah, potentially, guys. We'll have to see what happens. I still think it's much more likely that the bottom is in, but obviously not completely naive to the fact that anything can happen. And, you know, I say this a lot, guys. There's a lot of smart people out there calling for lower lows. And I know a lot of people are like, these people are idiots, or how is this person calling for lower lows? Trust me, guys, nothing is impossible. Obviously, I do think it's more likely that the bottom is in, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be right, and it does not, by any means, mean that the people calling for lower lows are going to be wrong. So you got to be open-minded with this stuff. However, with that being said, and I will say this, a lot of, some of the people calling for lower lows, I respect immensely in the space, right? Like, people I really, really respect. So, I just hate, like, someone sticks to their prediction and it's like, they just get all this hate. And I hate it because a lot of the times it's people I respect in the space. So just be careful, guys, right? Like, just because I think the bottom is in doesn't mean it's guaranteed to be in. But that's just where I stand. That's my opinion. But again, I don't control the market. So if we see lower lows, and we see signals that we're going to make lower lows, we'll just go ahead and do the TA and profit off of those shorts. But, guys, we're going to be breaking out all the price action. Don't forget, we're taking a look at the altcoins about halfway through. Thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to smash that like button, guys. Every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin on the wheel of pain and pleasure. The more spins, the more wins. We didn't hit our like goal in the earlier stream. Otherwise, I was going to give away a free month of the Frankie Candles Premium Discord, or the kitchen, as I like to call it. But guys, if we hit 1,000 likes, I'll make it 900. If we get 900 likes on today's stream, I'll give away a free month of the Premium Discord. And with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and jump into chat. Say what's up to the Candle Mafia. Yeah, shout out to Dave Digital. Yeah, I'm going to try to wrap it up a little bit quicker on tonight's stream, but we did get this big move, so I'm not making any promises, but I am kind of exhausted from the stream earlier today, so might be a shorter stream, but you guys know what that means. It's probably just going to be another 2-hour stream, but let's go ahead and jump into chat real quick. Shout out to French Toaster, said I still have my limit buy order down at 14K. French Toaster, maybe you'll get it. Maybe you'll get it. But I will say this, guys. We are dumping a little bit, but this does not make me, by any means, like, I'm not, like, now open to the fact of lower lows. Like, in the grand scheme of things, this was not a very big dump. But we are changing the macro trend, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. But let's see who else we got in here. We got Neon Visual. What is going on, man? Thank you for being here. Unknown Bengali. What is going on, brother? Good to see you here as well. We got Jessica in the chat, our female Candle Mafia representative. What is going on, Jessica? How are you doing? Thank you for being here. We got Kenneth GB in the house. What is going on, man? Jonah Plainclothes. Good to see you as always, brother. We got Tyler Durden. Rob to Crypto Snob, Tony D, Crypto Anon, I believe, unless I miss Crypto Billy, Captain Kirk, D Betty Crypto, or Chemistry Bro. I think they're holding it down tonight, guys. So show our mods some love in chat. They make my life so much easier. They're the best. Show them some love. They do a lot for the channel, even off stream. A lot of the mods do a lot of stuff behind the scenes, so we really do appreciate them. Just came from Top G's emergency meeting. Unknown Bengali, let us know if there's anything we need to know about that. Shout out to Shagaboom. What is going on? We got Marco A. What is going on, man? Thank you for being here. Shout out to Crypto 101. Said, keeping my short until 200 daily moving average. Yo, yo, yo. What is going on, Crypto 101? And guys, without further ado, and without any more breath. Last but not least, we got French Toaster. I think we shouted you. Oh, Chemistry Bro is in here. I am not happy with this dump today. Bringing my mood down. Shout out to Chemistry Bro. Well, let's see if we can turn that frown upside down with some fire TA. Here we go, guys. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the charts because things are getting interesting. And it is funny, guys. Not only do we always want we always want the volatility to pop up on our stream. But what happens? I always sign off at about 7-ish, 30-ish, right? And then as soon as I sign off, we get that massive volatility, whether it's to the upside or the downside. Asia wakes up, and we miss all the action. And then earlier today, we were looking at the lackluster moves that we were getting during that Fed meeting, and all of a sudden, I sign off. I hit the end stream button. I go to get in the whip to go get some lunch. And just get notification after notification. Bitcoin's dead. It's going to zero right as we get off the stream. Unbelievable. Shout out to Hannah King. Hey, Hannah, thank you. I think you gifted a membership earlier. Shout out to you. I really do appreciate that. And if it wasn't you, B Team Crypto gifted 5 Frankie Candles memberships. Shout out to B Team Crypto. Shout out to Hannah King. And thank you for that super chat. Hannah says, a short Frankie Candle stream. What is that? Never heard of it, Hannah. I don't know if I've ever heard of it either, but I always try to do it, and then we wind up going 2 hours anyway. But when you have fun with the Mafia like we do every day, it's hard for me to wrap these up. I like hanging out with you guys. Mrs. Candles, sometimes we have stuff to do, and she's like looking in the door like, come on, we're going out to eat. What's going on? And I'm just like, let me hang out with my friends, Mrs. Candles. Come on, DZ, get off my Mrs. Candles, get off my back. Anyway, guys, let's take a look at the price action here. Come up and pull up our actual chart that we want to see here. And let's talk about it, guys. Let's go ahead and turn off that TA and come up to a higher time frame because, as you guys know, there were some warning signs here. There were some warning signs. I'm going to go over those just now. Now, I don't want to pretend like, my sentiment going into the Fed meeting was kind of neutral, right? Because usually you get the rip to the upside, rip to the downside. It wrecks the bulls and the bears at the same exact time. And then, and then it picks a direction and it goes in the direction that it wants, right? So that's kind of what I was expecting earlier today, and we just didn't really get much. But other than that, I was leaning, more bearish on a technical level. If you guys remember from the beginning of the stream, I was saying, hey, if I was just looking at the charts here on a normal day, I would be shorting, right? I would be short, and I am currently short, guys. I showed this trade earlier today. Here it is. Now, obviously, a little bit more in profit. Profits locked in here, up 41% on that short position, along with the premium Discord, guys. Shout out to the premium that caught that short setup. I wish I had my Discord open. I'd show the actual setup, but I don't have it open right now. But I'll kind of show you guys what that trade is looking like. Also, shout out to BitGet, guys. If you guys want to sign up for BitGet, link in the description down below. And if you use our BitGet link, Tony, is BitGet on our dining room access? If you guys use any of our referral links for most of our exchanges, you can get access to the dining room, which is our freemium Discord. But anyway, shout out to BitGet. Let's dig into the price action here, guys. Obviously, like I said, I was leaning more bearish on a technical level for two pretty simple facts, right? And we look at this all the time. We have that 4-hour red dot, which I was shocked was not a blood diamond. I guess that blood diamond wound up, it did wind up printing after we started dumping. Or no, it confirmed. So I guess it wound up printing, but it wasn't there when we were looking at it. But really what was making me lean a little bit more bearish here was not only was the 4-hour money flow starting to come back out, we also had the red dot. But on top of that, guys, it wasn't just the red dot, right? Like, just so everybody knows, there is no indicator out there that you can just buy a green dot or a red dot or buy a buy signal and sell a sell signal. That is not how things work. There's much more to it than that. If it was that easy, everybody would be doing this, right? Everybody be a millionaire. It'd be so easy, but it's just not that simple. I don't want anyone to get that twisted. He said, yes, they are running. Okay, yeah, BitGet is running a special promo for the first time signups. For first-time signups, for US gets a $1,000 coupon that will cover trading fees. Nice. So you won't have to cover your first $1,000 in trading fees. That's pretty dope. Check that out if you guys, if you go check that out if you guys are interested. But guys, we had the red dot on the 4-hour. We had the money flow coming out. Obviously, it's coming out a lot more now, but it was starting to get rejected there. Let's go into bar replay mode just so I can, just so we can relive the moment, right? Well, let's see. God, that's not going to work because, well, it won't work. But anyway, we had the red dot printing, but not only that, guys, if you came down to these lower time frames, we also had the money flow crossing over into the red on the 4-hour time frame. Typically, when you get that 15-minute money flow crossover into the red with this at the same time as a 4-hour red dot, sometimes it can be very, very strong and give you a big move, in this case, to the downside. You can use that same strategy to the upside, but you would be looking for the opposite, which would be a green dot on the 4-hour and a 15-minute money flow crossover into the green on the 15-minute, right? So that is why, again, when we were live earlier, I was saying from a technical standpoint, we were a little bit bearish, but I was kind of just sitting on my hands because obviously we were expecting, a washing machine, rip to the upside, rip to the downside, wreck the bulls, wreck the bears. But from a technical level, things were looking a little bit more bearish. Now, this was part of the reason why I did put a short setup into the premium Discord earlier. I did not realize that these were all these levels were going to pop up. But if we go ahead and zoom into a lower time frame, guys, just to kind of show you what I was looking at, again, just simply looking at the volume profiles, and we talked about this on the stream earlier today, and, we were saying, it's crazy, guys. Shout out to the volume profile. I mean, I really hate to beat a dead horse here, but this is why we were looking for a short, right? We came up to the value area high, got rejected with bearish confirmations, in which case I was really just looking for a little bit of a scalp, right? We were looking for a scalp from the value area high, right, to the value area low. And then during that stream, we came down. Short was starting to print. We came back up, but we were saying as we were bouncing, like, guys, even though we're bouncing, price action's messy, but we came up to this local golden pocket and rejected, so we were expecting to come back down to the POC, eventually lose that, and come down to our value area low. And this is a perfect example of how, when you trade like this, you could turn that little, what would have been a, let me grab my measure tool here. What would have been a 1.3% move wound up breaking the range, and we were in from the top and absolutely shorted the top out of this thing and came down for a 4.5% move essentially, right? But again, all we were looking at were the volume profile, right? You reject from the value area high, you expect the value area low to come in eventually. Obviously going to take some profit at that point of control or the midpoint of the range in case you get a strong bounce. But again, guys, this is like it could not be a better example. You lose the high, price action's messy. Right here, people are thinking like, oh, no, screw the volume profile. It's wrong. Nope. Come right back down to the POC, back down to the value area low, and then we lost the range, luckily, and wound up turning that into a home run trade. So shout out to the premium Discord and anybody who was able to take advantage of that information. It is not a signals group, guys. We put in the setups, and I talk about exactly what I want price action to do, the exact confirmations I am looking for, and that way everybody can get in on an early entry in these setups, right? But you should also always be doing your own research. This is not financial advice. You should never copy trade people. That is the easiest way to lose your money. You need to be weighing this stuff against your own technical analysis, right? But we finally got this breakdown. And again, why were we expecting it? 4-hour red dot, money flow crossover into the red on the 15-minute. And, guys, remember, we have been leaning pretty bearish for the past 2 or 3 weeks here, shorting the lower highs. This is why we shorted this lower high, why I shorted this lower high. It all has to do with the money flow on the daily. Now, this was starting to roll back up to the upside earlier today, but now it is starting to come back out here. So, let's talk about where price could be heading next. That is probably why you're tuned in here. Shout out to the... I'm shoving the microphone in my mouth, guys. Sorry about that. But shout out to the 1,068 people in here, guys. Smash that like button if you like the content. If you're new here, welcome to the Frankie Candles YouTube channel, where we show you how to make money trading crypto, whether the price is going up or down. And you can see right now, we are making money on the way down. So shout out to being a trader, guys. This is a good day to be a trader. But here we go. This is kind of what we were looking at on the stream earlier, right? Looking at those lower levels. Now, we have this blue box. I am looking for support within this blue box. I am going to go ahead and hide some of this other stuff here, guys. Bear with me. Let's go ahead and hide it, right? I am looking for support within this blue box. If we do not get a bounce out of this blue box, guys, we are going to be coming down to an extremely important level, and that level come down to a that level is going to be coming in. Come on, computer, you got it. There you go, right here at about $24,422. That is our point, our value area high of this previous range. Now, if we do push down there, guys, if we don't get a strong bounce off this level, things could turn extremely bearish very quickly. Because if we lose this level, if we come down further, and we lose this blue box, and we get stuck underneath, again, this blue box, the bottom of this blue box, is essentially this value area low from back here, right? And we know that if we lose this value area low, we indeed may get accepted back into this area of balance, which could, again, once we decisively get below that level, we're likely going to come down to the POC and likely going to come down to the value area low, just like we did up here in this smaller range, right? It's all the same thing. You're just looking at different time frames. Same thing here. You get accepted into the, well, right here, you were already in the range, but right here, you break into the range, you get accepted, reject the value area high, come down to the value area low. Back to the high, back to the POC, back to the high, back to the low, right? So that is where we're getting these levels from, and that's what we can expect, and that is why this level here at $24,430 is so important, because if we do not get back above this level and we get stuck underneath here, we are likely going to fall down to the POC, which is currently coming in at $23,396. If we lose that point of control, we are likely going to come down to the value area low, which is coming in at $22,225. This is in the cards. I am not saying it's guaranteed, right? Nothing is guaranteed, not only in life, but especially in TA and trading. Nothing is guaranteed, right? It's very hard to read these markets, but let me go ahead and turn on, where's our, give me a sec here, guys. Let me turn back, right? So this is the value area, right? If we get below this blue box, we're going to get accepted back into this value area, right? And we can expect to go from the high to the POC, even if price action's messy, you're expecting to eventually get down to the low. And I want to press that price action can be messy, guys, because if you come up to this lower time frame or this more local range, what happened here? Let's go a little deeper. Let's go zoom in even more, right? Come on. There we go, right? What happened? We got rejected. We came down to the POC, and then we got a pretty heavy bounce off that 5-minute bull dip we were looking at a little while ago, right? But what happened? We're not screaming, oh my God, I don't believe the volume profile anymore. This thing's going to go to the moon. We're still trusting our TA because we've been rejected at that value area high, and we're expecting to come back down to the value area low, which happened. Obviously, we nuked completely below it, but that's how we're treating these things, right? So the next major levels to the downside are going to be that value area, right? Again, whoops, somebody making an NFT. This is a shooting star Frankie Candle's chart art is what that is. Anyway, if we take a look here, key level. This is the most important level of support. We talked about it earlier. Again, $24,436. Can't lose that level. If we lose that level, we're likely going to be going to much lower prices for Bitcoin, potentially all the way down to our value area low, right, which is coming in. Come on. Come on. Come on. Bing bong. There we go. Which is coming. It's actually coming in a little bit lower here. Closer to about $22,144. And again, guys, if you take the measured move, let's pull up a fresh chart here. Let's pull up a fresh chart. Give me a second. If we go ahead and pull up a fresh Bitstamp chart, let me get rid of the indicators here. Go ahead and hide this TA. I'm going to break it down simply for you guys, right? Taking a look at the daily. Here we go. We cannot forget. We've been talking about this for a very long time. Head and shoulders pattern on the higher time frames with our neckline coming through like this. When we came up on this 2-day green dot for this big pump, we were looking for a bearish retest of that neckline, which could have broken us down even more to come down to lower prices. And if we go ahead and pull the measured move of this head and shoulders, depending on where you draw the neckline to, this is a little roughed out here. But if you bring this to the breakout area, or even here, it does bring you down. Well, this brings you down to about 23.8. Let me get the actual pattern up real quick so I can get the actual measured move. I'll just pull it up. I'll let TradingView do the honors here. But Here you go, right? Let me get rid of that. Let me get rid of that. If you take that measured move of this head and shoulders, guys, well, TradingView measures it down to about $23,000 even. And if you grab from the high of your candle all the way to the neckline and then bring it to the breakout zone, you do get that's basically the measured move, right? $23,000, which again does line up with this. Oh, come on. Let me unextend this to the right. That does line up perfectly with this point of control from this previous range, coming in almost exactly at $23,000. And we already know if we lose this value area high, we are likely going to revisit that value area, right? We're looking at the same levels we were just looking at, right? We're like just a different chart, right? Just a clean chart. Same exact levels we were just looking at, right? You have your value area high, your POC, and your value area low. This is the bit stamp chart, so it might be a little bit different as far as levels go. But what I want to get through to you guys here is when you leave an area of balance like we just did, pulling this range, right? We bing-bonged around here in this range, and then we finally lost the range, bearishly retested right here, and now we're coming down. We could potentially see this head and shoulders play out to its full technical target of about $23,000, and if you're just looking at the volume profiles, and we get rid of the head and shoulders, and I get rid of this measured move, if we're just looking at this as far as volume profiles, where would I expect price to go? We have an area of balance, and now we are losing that area of balance. Where would I expect to go? I would expect to hunt out the next value area, and more specifically, the point of control of that value area. And the reason you would hunt out that point of control is because it's your highest volume node within that area of price action, right? So you lose one high volume node, which the highest volume node is right here. Look at this somewhat of a gap, right? This is not really the cleanest gap. You have support here, support here, support here. But where's that next highest volume node, guys? It's right here on this POC at $23,000. And when you leave an area of balance, price will find imbalance, in this case, potentially to the downside, and it's going to seek out balance. So it's going to go hunt out that previous value area, which is right here. And more specifically, it will hunt out that point of control, again, which just happens to match up perfectly with that measured move of that head and shoulders pattern, right? Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that we are guaranteed to get a move down to 23K, but it would make a lot of sense, right? Because not only do you have the confluence with your head and shoulders measured move, but you also have that just the logic of the volume profiles and what you would expect based off the volume profiles. It all lines up, right? So it would make a decent amount of sense to come back into this range potentially. Again, I'm not saying this is definitely going to happen tomorrow or the next day, but these are just the next key levels of support and resistance, right? So again, I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm going to end it right here. Not end it, but the most key level of support right now is that value area high right here. And I will give you the bit stamp level just because this the bit stamp chart has more price history, so it could be a little bit more accurate. But that value area high is coming in at 24,000, basically 24,150, right? And if we lose that level, I would expect to come back into this range and start messing around within this range again. Now, what if it gets worse than that? What if it gets worse, guys? The next major level, if we lose this area of balance, which again, even if we are going to lose this range, come in here and then lose it, we're probably not looking to do that for quite some time, right? It's not going to happen tomorrow. But if we did, where can we be looking for support? I will tell you this. My last line of defense would be this local golden pocket or macro golden pocket at this point. Right here, coming in between 21.5 and about 21K, right? 21.5 and 21K. This golden pocket right here is going to be pinnacle if we wind up getting down here, because not only is it your macro golden pocket of this entire move to the upside from the bottom of this bear market all the way to the high of this pump. That entire move, this is the macro golden pocket of that entire move, right? So we come down. I would love to see some support come in there. I do believe that also we do have some confluence there with a CME gap. Pull up that CME gap indicator. You can see just below that golden pocket, we do have that CME gap. Maybe we wick down and fill that CME gap before getting a rip back to the upside. That is kind of, I would love for that to happen, to be honest. This would be like my ideal situation. But the markets do not care about my ideal situation and what I want price to do. That's why we make our decisions based off of the technicals and not off of our feelings, right? So those are the next key levels to the downside. More specifically, the most immediate level for you guys is really going to be 24,150. And then that, again, is not just an important level of support, but you now know what you can expect if you break that level to the downside, right? Just like we knew on this local value area that once we lost this value area high, let me get rid of the golden pocket. Once we got rejected from this value area high, we knew it would be more likely to come to the POC and then the value area low. It doesn't look the cleanest because we've nuked right through it, but that is basically how you're expecting that stuff to play out, right? So we can say, I think, right, for the most part, you could say that this, because you guys will remember we were looking at the, shout out to Sawtooth Hiker for getting that Hitman membership. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. Jimmy with a stimmy in the chat. What is going on, brother? But, you know, obviously we did have this some kind of a falling wedge pattern, which would have been a bullish reversal pattern. But, yeah, I mean, not impossible to fake out of these and then have them play out to the upside. So just so you guys know, we are looking for longs at this point, right? I am not looking for shorts right now. It's kind of the opposite of what people would think. You don't look for shorts when price is nuking, right? You look for shorts when price is pumping, right? You want to go against the you want to trade with the macro trend, but you want to basically trade against the immediate price action, right? Because what would happen is, what would happen if you dumped here and you're thinking, oh my God, we're bearish now. Let me look for shorts. You're going to look for a short, get in, and then just absolutely get wrecked, right? You want to wait for a pump and then look to short the top, right? But as of right now, guys, the next place I would be interested in taking a long position, as we talked about on the stream earlier, that first area was going to be about 25.2. However, we have lost that level. Obviously, we did not get the bounce we were looking for there. So now the next level I'd be looking at is basically that previous value area high, that key level of support. We don't want to break that level, or we're going to see likely a lot more downside for Bitcoin. We want to bounce off that. I will accept coming down to this level. Again, coming in at 24,445. At 444, right? Give or take a few bucks. 24,440. We'll call it 24,444, right? I will accept a move down here. I will accept a move down here and look for longs. Once we lose that, it is likely going to get ugly for Bitcoin. The next stop being about 23,444, right? Not 24,444, 23,444, right? But again, depending on what exchange you're looking at, the POC here would be 23K, right? So it really depends on what exchange you're looking at. I trade on Femex, so I would go off of those levels if I was trading on Femex. But just in general, if you're just looking at the Bitstamp chart for the price history, if you lose this value area high, you know that POC is at about 23K, right? So that's what I'm looking at, guys. And then taking a look at, and remember, guys, remember, and again, I'm not saying that we're going to go to zero or we're on our way to lower lows or anything like that, but I will say this. We have been leaning bearish on Bitcoin for the past 3 weeks, maybe more, ever since Bitcoin Miami, ever since we got this daily money flow crossover on the daily, right here. This was the day we flipped bearish. Wednesday, the 17th of May. We were in Miami. I was doing my live stream from the Airbnb in Miami when Ben was doing his show. I came up and I brought up that daily money flow crossover, and I said, we are probably going to lose this range. We may lose this range. I feel a little bit more bearish because of the money flow crossover. We also got the crossover on the daily, which we are still in the red. This is why I was leaning bearish. For the most part, let me clear these. Let me just clear these drawings real quick. This is why I was leaning bearish for the most part on Bitcoin. That's why we were shorting this lower high, this lower high, this lower high, and this. We were basically just every pump. Once I knew the money flow was in the red, we were looking for pumps up, shorting the high, getting another move, getting a pump, shorting the high, getting a dump, making money, getting a pump, shorting the high, getting a move down, and just shorting every lower high is the point. And the reason we were doing that was because of the money flow. On top of that, guys, we still had that 2-week confirmed red dot on the 2-week time frame with money flow coming out. This is, I think the last time we talked about this was recently, but we were really looking at this when I was in Miami doing the live streams from the hotel, saying, hey, like the 2-week red dot is printing. And we even compared it to the last, like we were almost in the same exact point in the market in 2019. We got that fake out bull rally, right, in the bear market rally up to about 14K, right, about $14,000. It was about a 350% bear market rally. And then we printed that 2-week red dot with our money flow coming out, right? And that's where the correction came in. And this is essentially where that boring part of the bear market wound up coming, right? Like this is where that boring area, other than the panic wick on March of 2020, which we all know was happening there. I don't want to piss off YouTube by mentioning any specific names, But we all know what's happening in March of 2020. Without that Black Swan event, this likely would have just been another boring accumulation phase of the bear market, right? And we are in a very, very similar point in the market right now. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this, right? We had our fake out bull market, right? Our little fake out bear market rally, which brought us up to about 31K, right? And I'm not ready to throw in the towel and say this rally's over, guys. We could come down a little bit deeper than this, and I would still look for a bounce higher, right? Like, I'm not flipping completely bearish, like in the long term just yet. But with that being said, let me go ahead and delete this. We had our bear market rally here, right? So this is a potentially a situation we're in right now. Got the bear market rally. Just like in 2019. Sure, this was a 350% pump, and this was only a 100% pump, right? So that, but you got diminished returns, logarithmic regression, all that stuff that would make it kind of expected for the bear market rally in this cycle to be a lot less than the one in the previous cycle, right? Higher market cap, harder to move that needle, right? It's harder to get those explosive pumps with a higher market cap. So we're kind of in a very similar situation, right? Because you get the bull rally, or the bear market rally, start to go sideways, print the red dot on the 2-week, and then what happens? You start to slowly bleed out, and then you get that big candle down. What happened here? 2-week red dot, as we're going sideways, starting to come down. 2-week red dot, money flow also coming out, which is very similar to what was happening at that time. Boom, that's where we come down. So this is kind of, if you guys saw my bull market confirmed video, this is what I was talking about, where I was comparing this to 2019. We're in a very, 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 very similar area. And if we are going to see this play out, it doesn't mean we're going to see it play out exactly as we saw it play out in the past. However, when you look at how this is playing out, it is very similar. And this is kind of why I was talking about in that video, saying this bear market is likely coming to an end. Now, that doesn't mean that we are instantly going to blast off to 100K, like a lot of bulls would let you believe. But basically, what I would expect here is to enter somewhat of a boring accumulation phase, right? Kind of like this. We basically just ranged. If we did not have that panic wick, we were basically ranging between about, we hit between about 10K and we'll call it 6,300, right? This was a pretty boring range for the most part, other than that panic wick, right? So this is basically Tony D. I told Tony D specifically today, if he super chats me, I'm going to sue him. Tony D, stop giving me your money. I know where you live. I'm going to sue you. Somebody sue Tony D. I'm kidding, bro. Learning wants to see exo charts. Yeah, I could try to pull up exo charts in a second. Thank you for that super chat, bro. But this is kind of what I was talking about in that bull market confirmed video. We may be entering that boring accumulation phase, right? Just that range before that next halving comes in and we get that actual bull market to play out, right? And a lot of people will be like, oh my God, I thought we were entering the accumulation phase. Why are we dumping? Zoom out. This is an accumulation phase, right? Even if we come down and double bottom at about 16.5, right? Like down here at 15.5, 16K, we can come all the way back down there and people are going to be losing their minds. But if you just zoom out, we've seen this happen before, right? Other than that panic wick, right? So, we can't predict a black swan coming in, but it does seem like we are in a similar phase in the market. So that's kind of how I expect the rest of the cycle to play out until we get to that late April 2024, where we will likely see that next halving and then hopefully get that supply shock that we typically see with the Bitcoin halving and then get a move to the upside. So should I talk about it? I don't want to get too deep. Never mind. But that's basically what I'm expecting, guys. Are we going to get some kind of a black swan? Potentially. Will we make a lower low? I can't tell you that for sure, right? I don't know if we're going to make a lower low, but what I will be looking for is this to be essentially a boring accumulation phase before the halving and the next bull market starts, right? And this would be right on time, even if we came all the way down to 15K, right? It's just basically an accumulation phase, and that's kind of how I see it from the macro. Oh, sorry, he meant Coinalyze. Tony D, stop super chatting me. I'm calling the police. Unbelievable. Dave Digital, ring up the feds and have Tony locked up for super chatting. Shout out to Dave Digital, our only fake official mod. So shout out to Dave Digital. But guys, we're nothing too crazy, right? And again, the similarities between those 2-week red dots with the money flow coming out is eerily similar. Now, the one thing that I would be careful of is, this is very, very similar, even on the monthly, guys. Look at the monthly. we had a red dot right here, right after the 2-week red dot confirmed, as we were in that accumulation phase. Again, ignoring this panic wick, ignoring that panic wick, right? Because we likely won't get that unless we get some kind of a black swan. Coinbase goes down, God forbid. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But amongst other things, right? Maybe there's some geopolitical crazy stuff going on, and maybe we get another black swan, right? But unless that happened, if that didn't happen, we likely would have just kind of ranged around here, right? And you have that monthly red dot, right? And right here, what are we about to do, guys? We might be printing a red dot on the monthly pretty soon. It's playing out like it has every single other cycle, which is absolutely insane. So take that for what it's worth, guys. That's kind of my longer-term view on things. I'm not expecting really any lower lows to come in, at least as of right now. Listen, if we get down here, right, to 15K, 16K, and things look really bad, and it looks like we're going to dump more, and I think lower lows are going to come in, I'll be the first person to tell you, right? I am actually praying for lower lows. I just think it's less likely to happen. So that's what I'm looking at on Bitcoin, guys. Those are the key levels you need to be watching to the downside. We're simply just looking at the volume profiles. And I'm really, one thing to realize here on the 4-hour, guys, if you are looking for some potential positions, I'm not going to give you all of the details here, but again, we're at our key level of support. Could we potentially, I wouldn't expect a big bounce out of Bitcoin here until we start seeing this momentum wave work its way up. And if we are able to put in one of those bullish divergences as we come into our key level of support, that could be where you start to see a bit more of a bounce on Bitcoin, right? So again, I am looking for longs, just not right this second, right? So I will be looking for longs, but we really got to come down to one of these key levels, and obviously not going to enter until I get an entry signal. I like to see more than just a divergence to give enough confirmation to get into the trade. However, this would, the divergences play out more often than they're not, right? You want to check money flow. You might want to check something like Coinalyze. But that is basically what I would be waiting for. I would wait to come a little deeper in here, and if we don't come deeper, I will be looking for a potential 4-hour bullish divergence, right? So there you go, guys. Let's go ahead and check in on Ethereum and see how Ethereum's holding up. I'm sure it's holding up a lot better than... Okay, maybe not. Maybe not, guys. But here we are. Let's go ahead, and we're going to have to probably find some new levels on Ethereum. Also, guys, if you want to see your favorite altcoins, or if you want to see me do TA on your favorite altcoin that's probably bleeding out pretty heavy right now, go ahead and throw them in the chat, and Rob the Crypto Snob will go ahead and add up the votes and let me know what altcoins we're looking at tonight. Rob, let's do like 3 or 4, maybe. Yeah, let's do like 3 or 4 altcoins. But let's see here. Just checking it on XRP, guys. Let's check in on XRP real quick. We lost the value area low, guys. We lost the value area low. Wasn't really worried about this thing, right, until we lost that value area low, and here we are, right? Totally nuked out of it. But where did we go? Likely, we came right back into another value area, which is likely this value area. Or no, we're above that. But we'll dig into XRP in a minute, but I did just want to check in on that. Absolutely dumped it. Unbelievable. So let's go ahead back to Ethereum and break down what we're looking at here. I'm going to come up to the daily time frame, and we're going to zoom out, right? So we have our macro value area right here as we have lost our support, and we are absolutely dumping out of this value area. But we have some nice, I'm going to pull this right, very similar to how I found my levels on Bitcoin. I'm going to pull this little mini range that we had right here. I don't even know if you can call that mini, but here we are, guys. I'm going to go ahead and move this level, right? I'm going to move this on top of that value area high. Yeah, this is not good. Guys, this is not good for Ethereum. Hang on. Let me do my work. Hang on. Guys, this might not be good. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, not good. Not good, guys. I'm actually going to go ahead and ditch that value area, and we're going to look at the macro value area, guys. This is not good. This is our entire value area, macro value area. We are testing that value area high. And if we get below that value area high, guys, I'm not saying we're coming all the way back down to 1,200, at least no time soon. Like, this is not going to happen overnight. But we do not want to lose this value area high. We know what happens when we lose the value area high and can't get back above it. If that happens, we may get accepted back into this area of balance. The problem is this area of balance or value area is very large and has a low of $1,000. I'm not calling for $1,000 ETH right now. I don't want to say that, right? But I'm trying to show you the macro view of things, right? Now, with that being said, If we do break that low or this value area high and we get stuck underneath it, we do have some other levels that could save us here, right? That's where we're going to pull this local range right here, right? Let me pull this local range, right? So I'm gonna take these levels, right? So I'm going to pull this previous value area low. I'm just going to draw this as a box just to keep it clean. Boom, right? And then this is your value area high / point of control, right? So we could get a bounce here, right? If we're hitting the macro value area high, the local value area high, and this POC, we could see some kind of a bounce come in here, right? But again, money flow on the daily has just crossed over into the red. We looked at this yesterday on Ethereum saying, hey, we're at the low of the range, right? We were looking at this upper range right here saying we're at the low, but should we be looking for longs? And I was saying no, just because, or if you did look for a long, you would look for it to be a lackluster move to potentially, this is what we were actually talking about, looking for a move. If you got a bullish confirmation, any pump you got, I would expect it to push up into this purple box, which is a golden pocket POC 786 retracement level, where we are likely to put in a lower high and continue to the downside. Now, we never got a bullish confirmation, so we never got the bounce, but just with that same logic for the lower high, if we get a bounce here, and the reason we were expecting this to be a lower high before coming down, if we did get a pump, was because of the money flow crossing into the red on the daily, right, on Ethereum, our market cipher B. So if we wind up getting a bounce here, because of the way money flow looks on the daily, let's see what the 2-day looks like. 2-day money flow looking for a crossover to the downside. If the money flows in the red on the 2-day and we start getting a bounce, and the money flows in the red on the daily, I will expect that to be a lackluster bounce to the upside, to put in a lower high and then reverse back to the downside, potentially coming all the way down to the value area low of this range, which is coming in at 1550, a very important level that we've talked about forever on this channel for Ethereum. 1550 is a very key level and has been time and time again. Every time we come up to it, it's a very key level for various reasons. So, let's see. Do you prefer popcorn chicken or chicken fingers? Popcorn chicken, but it's got to be crispy. It's got to be crunchy. I got to feel like I'm eating mostly fried dough. I only need a little bit of chicken. Shout out to Dixon. Yeah, let's go ahead and continue on here, guys. So that is kind of the levels I would be looking at. 1550, critical level for Ethereum. And right now, the levels we're testing right now are absolutely critical, right? Let me get rid of this. Come on. And then these levels right here are going to be key as well. POC coming in at 1630. And your value area high coming in at 1660, right? So we want to hold this level. If we don't, it's going to be likely we get a move down to the value area low at 1550. Now, coming down to some of the lower time frames, looking at the 4-hour, we could be putting in a bullish divergence here. We have to be aware, right? Like, I know this is scary, seeing this price action dumping, but we are not looking to short this. Yes, I am in shorts right now, but I want to show you something. I am in shorts right now. I'm in multiple shorts. This one happens to be on BitGet. Shout out to BitGet. Up 41%. Let's see. However, we were talking about this earlier. My entry price for this trade is $27,750. I am not shorting at these levels. I would not be looking for shorts here, right? Not financial advice. I am short from 27. Let me go back to Bitcoin. 27.7, and I'm comparing Bitcoin to Ethereum because they're likely going to move together, right? 27.7 is all the way up here, guys. I am short from up here. You do not want to be going short at the bottom of a red candle. That would be similar to going long here. Going short here. What would happen if you were going short at the bottom of this red candle? You would have gotten nuked out of the market. Absolutely yeeted. The market would have picked you up, threw you in the air, lobbed you up, wound up, and absolutely yeeted you out of the market. And you don't want to do that. That's why you don't look for shorts at support. We are at support, especially for Ethereum. We're coming into support. And your momentum wave is potentially going to put in a higher low here. Now, this is too soon to tell. We want to wait for a green dot to print on the 4-hour. If we do that and we put in that bullish divergence, I would expect a bounce. But because of the way the money flow looks on the daily, I would look for a lackluster bounce to put in a lower high and then reverse back to the downside, potentially putting in another low down here at 1550. Now, let's see if we have any confluence between this level and a local golden pocket. Let's pull it from this wick all the way to the low. 786 is in perfect confluence. Let's spawn these levels real quick. Come on. There we go. So you have perfect confluence between your 786 Fibonacci retracement level, your value area low, and you could even include your local golden pocket in there. This is the rejection zone, or this is for me, personally. This is my personal rejection zone for Ethereum if we get a bounce. And again, because money flow is in the red, I will expect this to be a lackluster bounce, and I will be looking for shorts in this area to potentially come lower. This has been a theme, and this has been really, really playing out well for us in the past, for the past few weeks, as we've shorted almost every lower high on Bitcoin. Just absolutely wrecking those shorts. And it has to do with the money flow, guys, and we're seeing the same thing happen on Ethereum. Now, for the bounce to come in, there's really no reason not to scalp the long, right? You can get a scalp long. It doesn't mean you can't profit on the long position. And it would actually be a smart idea because if you don't reject and turn around here, at least you could hold that long up to the higher prices and make a bunch of money. Shout out to Paul Howard, said Caspa will shock the market. I'll pull up Caspa in a second. But that's what I'd be looking, guys. That's what I would be looking for on Ethereum, right? Those are the key levels, and not only the levels, but the context behind the levels so you know what to expect once those levels are broken to the upside or the downside. Shout out to Paul. Thank you so much for that super chat, bro. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. BullishSauce.eth said CME gap at 9K, LFG. Let's see if we can dump it down to 9K. I wouldn't hate that. My longs wouldn't like it, but hey, my long-term bags would really like it. Let's see. Shout out to Wick589 Classic. He says, for those who don't do big words, good confluence just means a whole bunch of indicators are saying the same thing. You know what the opposite of confluence is. Non-confluence. Shout out to Wick589. But let's see. What about the 1 hour and 4 hour bull div on the RSI? Let's pull up the RSI. If you guys don't have a premium indicator or a paid indicator like Market Cipher, like I am using on my chart right now, this is Market Cipher. This is where I find my divergences. But you do not need to have Market Cipher be to find divergences. You can find divergences on your RSI, which is a free tool on TradingView. I always like to give everybody a free option. If you are interested in Market Cipher, we have a discount code down below. We are sponsored by Market Cipher. However, I've been using this for years. It's pretty cool that we're sponsored by them now. I never thought that would happen to me. Never thought I'd even have a YouTube channel, to be honest with you. But, yeah, no bull div on your RSI. Interesting. You are getting it on Market Cipher B, but you are not getting it on the RSI. Yeah, you just made a little bit of a lower low on your RSI. Maybe an exaggerated bull div where you have equal lows on your RSI with lower lows on your price. But I'm not really seeing it. On the 1 hour, yeah, you definitely don't have it on the one. No, you have it on the 1 hour. It's very slightly. I mean, it's like almost invalidated, but go ahead and, yeah, you have slightly higher lows here. But even so, that could be an exaggerated bull div, so I wouldn't be too shocked if you got some sort of a bounce off that. It actually looks pretty good on Market Cipher, though. It looks like a pretty strong bull div on Market Cipher. I don't really look at I used to look at the RSI before I used Market Cipher. But, yeah, that's what I'll be watching for a bounce on Ethereum, guys. But let's see. 23K incoming Dragos. Hey, maybe we'll see that head and shoulders play out, baby. Guys, we got 1,359 people in here. I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in. I am not just saying that. I truly do appreciate it. But if you hit that like button, I'll show my appreciation in the form of a free month of the premium Discord. And if you're in that premium Discord, could be in a short from the top here. Just saying. Just saying. We don't get them all right? Obviously, we don't win all our trades, but we did get that fire set up this morning. So, yeah, smash that like button. We will be giving away a free month of the premium. But, guys, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pull up Coinalyze real quick because someone wanted to see it. I don't know what they want to look at. Was it Learning? I think Learning wanted to see Coinalyze. I'll pull it up really quick. Oh, you meant on Bitcoin RSI. Were we looking at Ethereum? We probably were. Let's see. I'll pull it up for you. Shout out to, who said that, actually? Shout out to Saber. Oh, yeah, no, you're getting it on, yeah, okay. I was going to say, it's not very often that you see that big of a difference on between Market Cipher and the RSI, right? Usually it's like pretty close. Actually, yeah, it's 4 hour Bitcoin. Man, it's like, I mean, you still are getting it from this low, right? So you have lower lows, higher lows. You definitely have that. But you don't really have it here. You don't have the local bull div, which is very interesting. But, this has to still print and confirm, right? You still need the green dot here. You need it to confirm. Take a look at the 1 hour. Ooh, 1 hour. Oh, yeah, you do have a 1 hour bull div, right? 1 hour bull div's not the strongest angle here, but definitely not impossible to get a bounce off of that, or at least some kind of consolidation. Crypto Poya said, oh, my God, I'm gone for an hour, and it dumps that hard. Yeah, shout out to Crypto Poya. Things do move fast. Bear's going to get wrecked. SB, I hope so. But, guys, you're funny. But let's see. It's good to go. It's good to be back. A week away is too much to ask. Thanks, Frankie. Shout out to True Duke. Or True Dukel? Shout out to True Dukel. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for being here. Rex City. Rex City bid. Rex City bid. Let's go. Shout out to SB. Chill time. Here comes Asia. What's Asia going to do, guys? Is it going to dump us or pump us? Let me know in the chat if you think Asia's going to pump or dump it. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead. Like hard Taco Bell for like. Shout out to V-Slim said BTC dump it like it had Taco Bell for lunch. I had Taco Bell for dinner the other night, not gonna lie. Frankie is goated. Shout out to Harley. I appreciate you, man. You are goated, bro. I really do appreciate the kind words, guys. They do go really far away. You probably wouldn't even, you couldn't even imagine how far the kind words go. Okay, 1 hour, obviously 1 hour, 16-hour yellow X and a daily yellow X. Gonna be a little bit more bearish on Bitcoin, guys, for that reason. But that's what we're looking at on, back to Ethereum. That's what we're looking for on Ethereum. Shout out to Dragos. Welcome to the muscle, my friend. Thank you for getting that membership. I do appreciate you. But, guys, that is what we're looking for on, that's what we're looking for on Ethereum. And shout out to Paul Howard said, shout out to you, man. Here's a super chat for agreeing to look at Caspa. We'll go ahead and start off with Caspa as they are counting the votes. Rob, did we count the votes? Jimmy with a stimmy. What's up, bro? He probably did. I probably missed the chat, the actual chat. Oh, here it is. Coinalyze. Okay, let me pull up Coinalyze real quick. Here we go. Let me go ahead and load my Frankie Candle settings here, and let's take a look. All right, yeah, not really. Okay, so one thing I will say here, guys, this is the 5 minute, right? Now, this is hard to say. I would be careful just because this massive dump happened, but a lot of times when you have a significant drop in open interest, your CVDs, and you get massive liquidations, a lot of times that is a knife catch moment. Now, we've already gotten somewhat of a bounce here, so I would not be trying to catch this knife. But when you get the right, I always say do the vertical line trick, right? Put a vertical line, and if you have a massive red candle on your price, a massive liquidation candle, right here we had 9.17 million longs liquidated, and you have your CVD dumping, both CVDs dumping, and your open interest dumps as well. And I do like to check how much the open interest dumped, like all the way from the top, like 5%. That's a lot of liquidations, right? And the open interest coming down is basically showing you that the longs are closing their positions, right? They're either getting stopped out or what have you, right? They're exiting their positions, and that's why that open interest is going down. A lot of times when you get that, it is a good opportunity to try to catch a wick here and catch a low and potentially go up for a scalp long, right? You could have caught about a 1.5% move off of that one. But other than that, massive liquidations here, guys. Just on that 1 5-minute candle was 9.7 longs liquidated. So there you go. Shout out to Learning. I don't know exactly what you wanted to say, see on Coinalyze. But if you guys want to sign up for Coinalyze, I have no interest. I have no affiliate link or anything. This is just a really cool free tool that you can use to see things such as liquidations, CVD, and open interest. It's really, really cool. Completely free. Check them out. Coinalyze.net. Again, I have no benefit of saying that. It's just a tool that I use and find helpful, so I like to pass it on to you guys. So, continuing on here, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at Caspa on the KuCoin Tether chart. And actually, hang on. Hey, hold up. Let me pull up my face real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and pull up the Discord really quickly, right? Because we were looking at Caspa a long time ago, and it was come on, hang on, bear with me, guys, bear with me. Here we go, right? This is our dining room. This is our freemium Discord kind of section, right? I don't know, the channel, I guess. I don't know. But This is freemium, right? You get one premium TA post or setup from the premium Discord each week. So it's a good way to test out the premium before you actually buy it if you guys are into that. But the reason I bring this up is because we have the altcoin gem channel where we bring up some coins that look bullish. We use token metrics for the most part on this. I also take a look at the charts to make sure that it doesn't look horribly bearish on the actual chart. But I do just bring up Caspa because we were looking at Caspa all the way down here before we got an absolute rip to the upside of about like 600 and something percent, I believe. Yes, 643%. But obviously, these altcoins are going to be kind of reliant on the market, right? Like, it's not going to get updated constantly just because, like, right now, it's kind of bearish, right? So, like, you don't want to be looking at bullish altcoins if you're expecting more downside. But when we're looking for pumps and the altcoins say they're bullish on token metrics, we do have a bunch of absolute, I mean, they just rip. They just absolutely rip. So, just a bunch of free value in there. To unlock access, all you need to do is have a Femex, BitGet, or BingX account signed up with our affiliate link. You click on here, and then you can go ahead and put in your user ID, hit submit, give the mods a couple days to get you in there, and you'll be good to go. But back to the actual Caspa chart here, guys. Let's take a look. Let's see. Actually, let me see if I can pull up a chart with a little bit more. There we go. A little bit more price action on here. Daily, VWAP rolling to the downside. This looks like it could be. It's like it could be a somewhat of a macro. Come on. Could be somewhat of a macro bear pennant. Yeah. Could wind up being nasty. But VWAP rolling to the downside on the daily. Your 16-hour. Money flow doesn't look bad on the 16-hour, I will say. But in the short term, I'd look for that red dot. Likely going to give you another move to the downside. Pull the range. You're at the high of your local value area. Do you have any bearish confirmations here? Let's put on the Heikinashis, clean the price action up here just a bit. Let's take a look. Come on. There we go. All right. So, let's see. Take a look at the 4-hour. Oh, red dot printing on the 4-hour. 15-minute money flow. Coming to the downside for the most part. Ooh. Ooh. I would look. Oh, I hope this pushes up higher. I'd be looking for shorts on Caspa, to be honest with you. I would be looking for shorts on this thing. Taking a look at the 1-hour. Money flow crossing over into the red. Red dot printing on the 16-hour. I would be. Oh, this is Bitcoin. What just happened? I was like, that's interesting. Okay. 1 hour. Well, back to the 1 hour anyway. Yeah, money flow not crossing into the red on the 1 hour on Caspa. Take a look at the 30-minute. Money flow generally coming out. Caspa holding up pretty good. I mean, holding up pretty dang good. I'm not going to lie. Extend that to the right. Looking pretty good. You're at your value area high. So I would typically be looking for shorts up here, to be honest with you. So I don't really see any, no-brainer short entry signals. But I would be looking for shorts over longs here because we're at our value area high. Let's see if I can get any confluence with any other key levels. Let's pull our local golden pocket from this high to the low. Well, well, well. Look what you got here. Golden pocket, value area high confluence. Yeah, bear div confirmed on your 2-hour, though. This is higher highs into your golden pocket value area high. Lower highs on your momentum waves. Not looking the worst for a short. It's looking bad as far as price action, like as far as coming down. But if you're looking for shorts, that looks pretty. That looks pretty. 1 hour. Money flow not even really coming out that heavy. 4-hour red dot printing. 15-minute. I will look for the 15-minute money flow crossover into the red. Once you get that, I would look for a move into the red, and then that is likely where, if you are going to get a big breakdown, that's likely where it'll happen on that money flow crossover into the red. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next altcoin. I want to be a bear right now, but I'm a permabull. SB. I'm trying to flip bullish. I'm trying to accept that the bear market's coming to an end, and I'm having trouble because I'm a perma bear. I don't trade like that. I don't do my show like that. I don't just come on here and say it's bearish all the time because that's how I feel, but that is how I feel. I still have an emotional bias. I want price to go down so I can get cheaper Bitcoin. Always. Let's see. Yes, it gets hot in that room if I don't ventilate. It gets hot in this room if I don't ventilate either. That's why I got the Aztecian Cactus Moss Water. Definitely not Celsius. Polka Dot, please. I have to go to work soon. Shout out to Arlenito. Arlenito. Shout out to you, man. XRP's coming back up. I'll check Polka Dot. We haven't not checked Dot in a while. Let me see. Oh, baby. She coming down. Money flow coming up consistently. Money flow coming up consistently on the 15-minute. Take a look at the 1 hour. Yeah, look at that bear div, guys. That 1 hour bear div would have played you out nice. Bing bong. Okay. Let's take a look at the daily. Green dot. Polka Dot's just like, screw you guys. I'm going to try to go up. Pull up Market Cipher again. Yeah, green dot confirmed on the daily. 2-day looking for the green dot. Maybe in the next 1 day. Next day. But yeah, green dot confirmed on your daily. 16-hour looking to roll back over. Excuse me. 10-hour looking to roll back over. 12-hour looking to roll back over. Money flow. I mean, money flow doesn't look horrible. I'll tell you that. Money flow still in the green. Crossed over into the green. Red dot printing on your 5-hour. Yeah, 4-hour red dots are printing on a lot of stuff. But look at the money flow. Money flow is like coming back out, but it doesn't look horrific. I would obviously be very, very careful right now. Let's check the 15-minute. Yeah, money flow still coming up on the 15-minute. I would look for money flow to come out on this 15-minute time frame. Let's see. Yeah, Polka Dot dumped. Yeah, look at this thing, man. Yeah, shout out to Lane Hughes. Lane, was that in this stream or last stream? I don't even remember. But yeah, Lane was talking about some of the alts making lower lows. But yeah, God, Polka Dot back down at $4. Insane. Yeah, I mean you're nearing. Yeah, you're nearing 2020 levels. You are in 2020 territory. Insane. Absolutely insane. But I mean, you definitely have a floor here. Let me actually go ahead and pull this. Let me pull this volume real quick. Unextend it to the right. Yeah, I mean, pull another value area here. Boom. Let's pull it to back here. This is what I would be looking for on Polka Dot. Let's see. If 4-hour, yeah, I would be careful. 4-hour red dot, I would expect another move down somewhat. But, yeah, 2-hour bear div is confirmed. Yeah, I would look for a further move down here for Polka Dot. But when you do get a move up, I would look to get a move into this golden pocket, this local golden pocket. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. If we do get a bigger move up here, I would look for a potential rejection off of that purple box, which is coming in at about $5. $5, not looking too good. Let's see. How do you know if the bullish divergence is confirmed on RSI? That is a good question. I don't mean like that's a good question, like I want to know too. I'm going to show you. That's a great question, though. For me, this might vary between people, but for me, if I were looking for a divergence to confirm, let me find one real quick for you. Let me see. Right here, you have a divergence, right? So you have a lower low on your price, and you have a higher low on your momentum wave. Let me go into bar replay mode so I can kind of show you what I would look for the confirmation. Right here. So, right here, right? Lower low or higher low on your RSI. So on an RSI, right? On an RSI, I would look for, hang on. On an RSI, I would look for the actual line to curve up, right? So let me zoom in here. Right, so let me bring it back. Where is it? Like right here. Right, so if I was looking at this divergence, right, I was looking at this higher low. Right, I would wait for it to print another section of the line in the opposite direction, right? So let me do it this way, right? So boom, I wouldn't think that's the confirmation right there, right? So if let's go back, right? I'm not, I mean, you could front run this, but for me to see it actually confirmed, what I would do is I would want to see this line come up. So not confirmed, confirmed, right? And that's what I would consider a confirmation on the RSI. So there you go. Hopefully that helps you out. But let me go ahead and move on. Guys, give me 2 seconds. I can't breathe for some reason right now. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go grab my inhaler real quick, which is like never a problem. I don't know why I'm like the past 2 days I can't breathe. Bear with me. Listen to some sweet tunes. I'll be right back. And we're back. And we're back. And I can magically breathe again. Insane. Anyway, all right, let's see. Panic attack. Shout out to Dixon. Let's see. Since we're on the topic of tacos, I've been trying to change the term. Oh, God, hang on. I've been trying to change the term nothing burger to empty taco. Can we start saying the Fed meetings is going to be an empty taco? V-Slim, I am 100% stealing that from you, and I'm never giving it back. 100%. Nothing burgers are now empty tacos. You need an air conditioner, probably. What a nerd. Dave Digital, call the cops on yourself, bro. What a nerd. It is funny. You get your glasses too. Yo, why every time I think of an inhaler, I think of the same thing. Like, I feel like I should have glasses on with like tape in the middle, and I just feel like such a nerd. It's like low key. If I'm ever out with people and breathing issues are for the weak. Yo, stop roasting me. You guys are funny, man. No, but like when I'm with people, if I got to use my inhaler, I low-key wait till nobody's looking. I'm like, I'm not a nerd. Hey, what's up, guys? I did not just hit an inhaler. Oh, God, you guys are funny. You guys are funny, man. All right, continuing on. That's basically what I would look for a confirmation on the RSI. Hopefully that helps you out. As far as dot, though, goes, red dot confirmed on your 2-hour. 4-hour VWAP is coming back up. You do not have a yeah, you don't really have a divergence. But let me wait, hang on. Hold up, guys. We're in bar replay mode. This is nowhere near where we are. There you go, right? So yeah, 4-hour red dot printing, guys. I would be careful. Oh, we are coming down again, right? This is probably more than we just I would expect a further move down here, but when we do get a move up, that's where I would look for some resistance. Let's see if we're coming up to a local golden pocket here. Bada boom. Yeah, coming down in that golden pocket. I would watch this level here for some support. But yeah, other than that, I'd be very careful. 4-hour red dot, 15. I'd wait for that 15-minute money flow to cross over into the red. You are getting a red dot here as well. I do think you get a little bit more downside here. Oh, screen. Sorry about that, guys. Didn't really say anything you didn't see yet. But, yeah, I would wait for this 15-minute money flow. Chart, empty taco sounds a little dirty. Oh, God. But, yeah, I love it. Shout out to you guys. The chat's delayed, so it's funny, like, but you guys, man, you guys are on point. You guys are on point. But, yeah, guys, that's what I'd be looking for on dot. I would like to see that money flow cross over into the red to see some more serious downward price action. Thank you, Tony D. Just called me. But that's what I would look for. Next level of support I'd be looking at is about 443. If you lose that level, 433 is going to be your 786 Fibonacci retracement level. I would be looking at all these levels for Polkadot. Let's see. Yeah, Caesar says, "Where's the chart?" Oh, God, too funny. All right, let's go ahead and move on, guys. We got 1,132 people in here. If you're watching this live stream and you have not smashed that like button and you found any kind of value in this live stream, please hit that like button. It's the easiest and most free way to support the channel and help us keep this neon light on in the background. It is getting expensive. 67 more likes for the nerd with the inhaler. Shout out to Creighton C. You know what's really funny? I actually did think about saying I was going to go to the bathroom, but I felt bad because I didn't want to lie. So I just went and did it and was honest, and now I'm getting bullied for it. So you know what? That's what you get, right? That's what you get for being honest. I'm just kidding, guys. Shout out to Creighton. You guys are hilarious. You got any cheese? Yo, I'm calling the cops on all you guys. You guys are federal. This is a felony. You guys cannot do this to me. Oh, God, you guys are funny. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue on to our next altcoin, which is going to be XRP, everybody. Coming in at 47 cents, almost 48 cents. But we've been trading within this value area for so long, guys. Just bing-bonging from the value area high, back to the low, back to the high, back to the low, back to the high, deviation, back to the low, and now we have lost that value area. So let's go ahead and yeah, so here we are. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of some of these levels. Get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. Oh, hold on. Hold up. Ah, man, we should have... Unbelievable, guys. Was this from yesterday? This was from yesterday, wasn't it? 13th at about... Oh, no, that was 4 a.m. No, why is this? Oh, 8 a.m., yeah. Dang, that 4-hour bear div, I mean, just multiple drives of bearish divergence. Bing bong, right back down to our previous value area high, which I will label previous value area high. Right? Value area high right here, coming in at about where we're at right now, about 46 cents. I would look to hold this as support. If we can hold this as support, we may be able to get back into this value area up here. However, this is going to be a very important level for XRP, guys. I'll put this on the POC and label this POC. But this is going to be a critical level, guys, because if we wind up losing the level we're at right now, right? I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this level as well. If we wind up losing this level, we could potentially be opening up the door to get accepted back into this macro value area, which could open up the door to potentially bring us all the way back down to the point of control at about 38 cents. Now, I'm not calling for that on XRP, at least right now, but we do have some other levels that we could be watching for some support, and we are hitting that golden pocket right now. If we lose this, I will look for a move down to the 786, coming in at about 44 cents. I will go ahead and label this as well. Boom. Come on, 786, right? So I will look for a potential push back down into that 786. If we do not get a strong bounce there, I will be looking down towards that point of control. We do have a couple other levels here, but for the most part, that next big level is the point of control coming in here at about 38 cents. This is going to be another level you can watch. Go ahead and mark this out. I would watch this for support as well. This is between about 43 and 41 cents, or 43 and 42 cents, rather. That would be another level of support to look at. And again, you know, yeah, once you lose that value area high, if we don't hold this 786, there is a big gap down to that next level. So these are kind of the levels I will be watching. Hopefully we can hold above that value area high. If we can't, we could be looking at some lower prices for XRP. Next level of support after that would be the 786 at about 44 cents. Shout out to Drago, said, a moment of silence for those buying too soon. Bearish on Taco Bell. Oh, boy. Let's see. 22 more likes. Let's get it, Mafia. We got this. Almost at 1,000 likes, guys. If we do hit 1,000 likes, I will be giving away a free month of the Frankie Candles Premium Discord, or the kitchen, as I like to call it. Let's see. Code says home address. It's 362 Pumpkin Street in Marietta, Georgia. I'm just kidding, guys. It's not my real address. I wouldn't just put out my address like that. I just had a random number, a random word, and then the word street, and then a random place in Georgia. Let's see. Just tickled the like button. Shout out to Leon. Thank you for that, bro. I appreciate you. Kelly Kellum. Shout out to Kelly Kellum, guys. Go check out the BitLab YouTube channel, guys. You guys know Kelly. Go show him love on his channel. But he says stretch. And we were laughing because Kelly says he takes stretching breaks on his stream, and I was like, man, I should do that too. I'll never remember, though. So now he comes in and tells us to stretch, everybody. Go ahead and take 2 seconds to stretch it on out. Oh, yeah. Just stretch it out, baby. Oh, boom. Big stretch. Big stretch. Who has a dog out there? If you have a dog and you're not telling your dog big stretch when he does a big morning stretch, and you don't give him butt scratches after, you don't deserve to own that dog. You got to tell him good stretch, big stretch when they stretch. Otherwise, you're not a good owner. Stomp on that like button, guys. Let's go. Take an inhaler break. Oh, wait. Shout out to Tanner. Oh, God. What did I do? I should have just lied and said I was going to the bathroom. Anyway, let's go. Shout out to Kelly Kellum. Thank you for being here, bro. Appreciate you. Let's go ahead and continue on, guys. That's XRP, again, at a key level of support here. We do not want to break this value area high. If we do, last resort at the 786. If you can't hold that, I would look for lower prices to eventually bring us down to the POC at about 38 cents, 0.387 cents. All right, let's go. Hey, we got 1,000 likes, baby. Bing bong. Let's go. Let's go. Mrs. Candles is going to kill me. She, for some reason, is the one that always cleans up the money. I'm not going to lie, guys. I never pick the money up. She always does. She probably pockets it. She's probably like 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and one for me. 600, 700, 800, one for me. That's probably why she doesn't mind cleaning up the Frankie Candles studio. But hey, she's amazing, and she deserves it. Butt scratches. Shout out to Kevin's Awake. Would love to get a free month to get that learning in high gear. Best teacher, Frankie Candles. Bing bong. Shout out to Maddie. Well, we're rooting for you, Maddie. Hopefully you can get that free membership. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at our next altcoin, which is going to be Matic. As you guys know, that is how you pronounce the word. It is Matic. At least that's what Jim Cramer says, so it's got to be right. But also, shout out to Cardanzo and Solano. But let's go ahead and dig in here, guys. Let's take a look at the daily. Daily VWAP rolling back over to the downside. Money flow coming straight out. Let's see. How do you think DZ affords manicures? DZ gets manicures? Interesting. Interesting. Let's see. She does pocket it. Creighton C knows. Yeah, Matic. Yeah, we love Matic over here. Shout out to Jim Cramer. James Cramer, as I like to call him. Anyway, yeah, VWAP rolling back to the downside here, guys. Green dot is confirmed, but your VWAP's rolling back over. Not the best look. 16-hour looking for the red dot. Instantly, I'm going to come down to these lower time frames to check. Money flow cannot get above this level of resistance, as you can see. I mean, the levels are respected. Bing, bang, bing. Can't get back up above it. But that 1 hour money flow crossover into the red might be something I would look for a potential downside or a move down, or bigger move down for Matic. I'm going to stop saying Matic because I don't want to make it a habit. But yeah, I would look for the 16-hour red dot. If we could get that at the same time as our 1 hour money flow crosses over into the red, 90 minutes starting to come out, and your let's look at the 45-minute. Yeah, I would look for the 1 hour and the 45-minute money flow crossover into the red to give you a bigger move down here. I'm going to go ahead and pull this range here. This is a little bit of a wonky range. Yeah, you see it's like not really a clean range. It's kind of hard. This would probably be the cleaner range here if I just did that. There you go. Come back a little bit more. But yeah, you are deviated out of your range here. So I'll be honest, I would be looking for another move down on Matic eventually. Yeah, like right here. I would take these levels. This is what I would be watching on Matic. Shout out to James Cramer. But this is what I would be looking at, guys. If you lose this value area high, I'd look for a move. I would look to get accepted back into this value area, right? Because we came up, we found balance up here, came up, and then boom, we lost the balance, and now we're testing this value area. If we come back in here, this is where I would look for the move down on Matic, potentially bringing you back down to about 57 cents. So there you go. That is basically what I am looking for. Let's pull that local golden pocket. Let's pull it from the absolute low. Let's pull it from the actual low all the way up to the high. And yeah, you do have confluence between the golden pocket and the value area. So I would look to potentially get a visit of this golden pocket / value area low. But first, we got to lose that value area high at 61 cents. But that's what I would expect out of Matic, especially with that 16-hour red dot with the 1 hour and 45-minute money flow coming to the downside. All right, let's see. Are we going to zero, Devin? I don't think so. Shout out to everybody who hit that like button, guys. We got 1,000 likes. Still got 1,036 people in here. I appreciate every single one of you guys for being in here. SB says, yo, bro, we longing or shorting Bitcoin. I am currently shorting Bitcoin, not only here, But I'm in another position on BingX. So I'm in a short on BingX. I'm in a short here. I have locked in profits, 200 locked in, 370 or 42% in profit still. So I am short Bitcoin, but I would not be looking to get into a short right now as we've already gotten the move down. I just kind of went over that, SB. I am short from 27.7, I believe. So yeah, I am short from up here, right? So you do not, this is not the time to be shorting Bitcoin. At least, I'm not saying we can't come down more. I'm just saying you don't want to, this is not a good entry, right? I am short from all the way up here, right? So you want to short the highs. You don't want to short the lows, right? So I am short from up here. I would not be looking to go short here because there's a good chance that you will get some kind of a bounce to come in at some point, and it's just a bad entry. So I am looking for longs, scalp longs, but I am in shorts. So are we longing or shorting? I am currently shorting and looking for longs, but if we get a pump, I'm going to be shorting that long. So I am bearish on Bitcoin. It's kind of a loaded question. I'll be honest. That is a loaded question. Are we longing or shorting Bitcoin? Do you mean in the next week, in the next day? Do you mean right now? Do you mean tomorrow? But there you go. You short from way up. Yeah, shout out to SB. Yeah. So I want to try to explain this so everybody understands because it's hard to explain. I am bearish right now. I am bearish, but I am short from all the way up here. I was short from up here, but I locked in all the profits. I shouldn't have, but it's okay. Missed gains are not a problem, right? It's the lost money that we worry about, right? I don't care about missing gains. If you worry about missing gains, it's a horrible habit to get in because all you're going to do is constantly second guess yourself. It's going to add emotion into your trading. So if you close a trade early and it goes even deeper and you miss out on profit, then you just... As long as you made money, be happy with the money you made. Don't worry about the money that you missed out on. You're always going to think that, right? Price is always going to go lower at some point or higher at some point. There's a horrible way to think. Don't get into that mindset. Nip it in the butt if that's what you're feeling. But here you go, right? So we're short from higher up, and I am bearish. I do think we will come lower, potentially if we break those key levels that we went over earlier. But as of right now, locally, in the short term, I would be careful getting into fresh shorts, right? You want to look for those retracements. You want to get in when Bitcoin bounces. If you missed your short position, if you've missed your short entry, you don't want to get in on these red candles, right? I want to compare it to this candle right here. Think about this. Think about this. Whoops. Think about this right here. This move down, right? You don't want to go short at the bottom of that purple candle. Sure, you came down again on the next candle, but you essentially would have been shorting the bottom, and then you came up for this retracement. Wouldn't you rather get into a short up here to ride that next big move down rather than go short here and then get wrecked? So that's kind of the thought process. I wouldn't be shorting this giant red candle. I would wait for some kind of retracement. Even if we come lower, let it come down. It will retrace back up at some point. And then on that retracement to the upside, you want to look at things such as local golden pockets. You could even, if you use Lux Algo, you could pull up the Smart Trail, right? The Smart Trail a lot of times will come in confluence with those golden pockets. Wait until you come up into a level of resistance. We did it right here. You get the move down. If you missed your entry here, you would have sat on your hands, waited for a retracement. You came right up into that Smart Trail. You know you're likely to reject. You could look for your short confirmations. I'm sure you also had a local golden pocket at this level. And you did, right? A lot of times that golden pocket and Smart Trail come in at the same spot. It's just kind of a quicker way to find those rejection zones on that Smart Trail. But again, if you came up, hit that reversal zone, or not reversal zone, Smart Trail, and then you came back down. So you want to wait for a retracement, potentially come into that Smart Trail or a local golden pocket, and then look for a confirmation to get into a short to the downside. So, but there you go. Hopefully that helps you out, SB. Yeah, that's a struggle for traders trying to catch the entire move and getting bummed when they miss big portions of the move. Yeah, etc. Yeah, for sure, SB. But hopefully that helps you out, man. Hopefully that kind of gives you some insight into what I would be looking at. So yeah. But let's go ahead, and didn't even mention this, but I'm also long Bitcoin from lower as well. So I'm technically longing and shorting right now, but that long is probably about to get stopped out at break even. I've already locked in all my profits. Steven Atwell says, exactly as predicted. Shout out to you, man. But let's see. Kevin's Away said, I will buy Lux Algo only during Black Friday. Well, hey, it's almost always Black Friday here on the Frank Candles YouTube channel. If you guys want to sign up for Lux, we offer 30% off for the Candle Mafia. If you guys want to check, the link is in the description down below. Or You can wait until Black Friday. That's cool, too. But let's see. Smart Trail looks good. I need to start using it. Yeah, that's kind of the main thing I use here, at least on the signals for Lux Algo, is the Smart Trail. I have a video explaining all these settings. But the Smart Trail with the buy and sell signals, which you don't treat as buy and sell signals. You just treat them as reversal signals, right? You don't want to trade just based off of those. But that's what I keep the signals. I keep the Smart Trail. And I also like to keep the take profit X's, right? So if you get into a short, say here, you come down, this is signifying, hey, maybe take some profit. You get another move down saying, hey, maybe take some more profit. And these actually work really well. And then the blue X's are take profits on the way up, right? So you might see this buy signal. Maybe you get some bullish confirmations. You get into a long trade, get a move up, take a little bit of profit, come up a little bit more. Hey, take a little bit more profit. And then you wind up coming down anyway. I find those extremely useful, right? But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on, guys. That was Matic. Well, this is Bitcoin, but let's check out ADA. We just checked out Matic earlier. Let's go ahead and check out ADA, which has absolutely nuked to zero, guys. Came all the way down here to about 21 cents. Let's see. So am I schlong? Crypto Dino. I am currently schlong. Shout out to V-Slim. I don't know why I connected him with that. But anyway, here we go, guys. So, yeah, VWAP is coming to the upside on the 3-day. 2-day is looking for the green dot. However, money flow not looking great here on the 2-day, right? You came down, came up, now you're coming back down. Green dot looking to print here probably in the next day or so. That might give you a little retracement. But again, with all the money flow coming into the red now, I will be looking, if we do get a move up, I will look for a retracement, a shorter-term retracement for a move back to the downside. And if this Smart Trail kind of just, wiggles its way down here like it has been, it may be right about at this level. Let's see if we have a local golden pocket at that level as well. Potentially. You can't make it up, guys. I swear, I really don't try to do this. It's not even really that impressive, to be honest. Yes, I have heard about I never know how to say it. I have heard of the not Araya Watson envelope on Lux Algo. I have heard of that. I've seen it. I've played around with it. I don't use it really, not because it's bad. I just, you can only use so many things, right? You don't want to overcomplicate stuff, but I have heard of it. I've looked at it. It's pretty cool. But this is what I would look for if we do get a move up on Cardano. I'd look to push up, expect that Smart Trail to come down, and I would look for it to short that lower high, right? If we do get that pump, I would expect it to be lackluster and short that lower high to a lower low. But let me go ahead and clean up the chart here just a little bit, turn off all the indicators, and I'm going to go ahead and clear the drawings as well. And let's just go ahead and pull some clean levels here, right? From the high to the low. We've lost that 786. Definitely not a good sign. Let's pull some volume here. I'll pull up the VRVP. Oh, there we go. Shout out to Rob for throwing in that Lux discount code for anybody who's interested. They also do a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you could try it out for 30 days. If you don't like it, you could, I don't know exactly how the return process goes, but I guess you click a button on I don't know what you do, but you can return it for your full money back, so it's risk-free. They also offer monthly memberships, yearly memberships, lifetimes, quarterly. I think they offer all different payment plans, so it's not like you have to buy a $1,000 indicator. You could try it for free and then pay a small monthly fee, and if you don't like it, you could cancel it, and you could save 30% with our code. But let's see. Let's take a look at the visible range volume profile. Whoops. Get rid of that. But yeah, let's see here. Yeah, ADA just... ADA's struggling, guys. ADA is struggling. And look at that low volume gap. Look at this low volume gap. Price slips down. Look at that wick. Whee! Oh, God, I almost fell, guys. Whoa, I almost fell through the gap. And then they grabbed on by the skin of their teeth. Yeah, we do not want to lose this level, guys. I'm gonna put a level here. We do not want to lose this level. If we lose this level decisively, we're likely going to be coming down to some pretty low prices for Cardano, potentially down to, 18 cents. Where was it? Yeah, I think I was telling everybody about Cardano. I don't want to say I was telling everybody, but like amongst our friends, right? Amongst my crypto friends, I was like, guys, Cardano at 12 cents. This looks good. And I told everybody to buy it, and everybody bought it, and they all made a ton of money at 12 cents. Rode it all the way up to $3. And they all hit me up. They all texted me, oh, my God, dude, thank you so much for telling me about Cardano. I made so much money. And I'm like, I didn't even buy it. Tip me? I mean, you can only buy so many coins, right? I just had my money invested in other places. I did well. I just missed out on Cardano, unfortunately. And I like that people said that Cardano was a disappointment in this bull run. I don't understand how. I guess it's the people that were getting in, like, here. People were getting in at, like, $1, and then they said it was lackluster. But, like, you should have been buying it down here for 4,100% return. But anyway, guys, we really don't want to lose this level. We do have that volume gap. Oh, whoop. We do have that volume gap that could bring you all the way back down to about, I would call it 20 cents, like 19 cents, the high 19-cent area. And that would be a quick move down, right? If we lose that level, could be a quick move down. Next area of resistance that I would be looking at would be right about here. If we do get a retracement to the upside, I would look for a rejection there, right? And then again, if we pull the local golden pocket, it's probably in confluence. I guess that one is. But yeah, this is kind of where I would look for a potential lower high to come in. But there you go. That is kind of what I would be expecting on Cardano. Pulling up Market Cipher one more time. Take a look at the weekly. Yeah, weekly VWAP is rounding back up a little bit. So I would watch that, but yeah, 4-day VWAP coming up. Yeah, I mean, I would look for the green dot on the 2-day for a retracement back to the upside. Because things are starting to flip back around, at least on the higher time frames. Let's see, 6 hour, 5 hour. Yeah, 8 hour red dot printing. Yeah, I'd be careful of more downside on Cardano, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I'd be careful of some more downside on this thing. 4,100%, baby. Let's go. Shout out to Dahal. Let's see. How much would you have to buy at 12 cents to make a huge profit when ADA hits $3? Not a lot. Not a lot. It would be a 41x, right? So you could do that math. If you put $1,000 in, you would have turned it into 41 grand. If you put in $100, you would turn it into $4,100. So there you go. It's basically a 41x. Let's see. I did not buy it. Frankie, your jokes, man. Shout out to Kevin's Awake. I did not buy it. Well, hang on. Wait, let me clarify that. I did buy Cardano. I just didn't load up at 12 cents. I think I bought a little bit at like 20 cents, a little bit at 30 cents. But it wasn't one of my bigger bags, right? It wasn't one of my bigger bags. I had a giant bag of Cosmos, right? I'll give you guys a little bit of insight here. Now that we're coming up to the end of the stream here, let's pull up Atom. Pull up the Coinbase chart. I had a heavy bag of Atom that I was buying in 2020. So yeah, I think I started buying Cardano between like $3 and $5. So like in this region, I was buying Atom. Did I say Cardano? I meant Atom. So like my average entry is probably like $3.50, maybe $4. So let's call it from here. So there you go. I got a 10x on yeah. Yeah, I got a 10x on Atom, but I had a much heavier bag, right? My Cardano bag was light. So yeah, I still caught like fat gains on Cardano, but it just wasn't a giant bag. Cosmos I had a big bag of. I also had a big bag of VeChain, which nobody asked me to look at anymore, which is shocking. People used to ask for VeChain all the time. It's an older coin, but it's actually being used, right? That's why I liked it. But where I think I bought into VeChain, I believe, at like 2 cents, between like 1 and 2 cents, so like probably somewhere here. Similar time in the market, right? So let's see. So I got a 2,300% increase, 2,300%. So I got a 23x on VeChain. That was a bigger bag of mine. So yeah, a lot of my altcoins flew. I just missed Cardano. But yeah. I had a big bag of Link. XRP, obviously, I had a big bag of, which obviously was pretty lackluster. Let's see. What else was another big bag that I had? Ethereum. I had a giant bag of Ethereum last cycle. That was my biggest bag was Ethereum. But there you go. Let's see. Can't wait till the next bull market. I bought at the top. Shout out to Steven, man. If you made it all the way to this point in the market after buying the top, dude, you've been through it all, man. You've been through the worst of it, right? Like you watch us go from 69K to 15K. Even if we go to 10K, like, it's not that much more pain to suffer, right? You've gone through I mean, pat yourself on the back, man. Especially buying the top. The fact that you still stuck around is huge. A lot of people would have gotten discouraged and left the market at that point. So, congratulations to you, man. Really, really good for you. Yo, what's been up with VeChain? It has a lot of potential with actually being used in many things in the world, and it barely moves. Yeah, well, I will say this. I'll pull up VeChain again. We're just kind of freestyling at this point. Don't forget to smash that like button, guys, if you have not already. We already hit our like goal, but maybe we get to another goal. I'll drop some more giveaways in there. But yeah, for sure, man. I mean, it was advertised on UFC, and it's actually being used, right? And it has been for a while. That's why I was bullish on it last cycle. Obviously, did well with it, but it doesn't really. I mean, it hasn't really moved recently, just because we're in a bear market, just kind of wiggling around here. But I will say, like, I'm not saying that it will. Hey, I hope it goes back down to 12 cents. I can get revenge on my Cardano bag. But here's the thing. Pat yourself on the back. Pat yourself on the back, bro. Gonna be a marathon tonight. Short stream. Shout out to Dave Digital. Dave, I told you we were going short, bro. Look at us. Ending right on time. Shout out to Dave. I will end early one day, guys. Yeah, for VeChain, listen, it's a strong project. I mean, I really do still like VeChain, but my thing is I just don't know if it's going to get the hype that it had last cycle. It's an older coin now, right? Like, I know it seems crazy to say, but it is. It's like a little bit more of a boomer coin at this point. Doesn't mean it's not going to perform well. I am mostly short, Ali. I am mostly short. Shout out to Ali. But yeah, I just don't know if it's going to get the hype that it got last cycle. That's all. But I don't think it's, I doubt that it's going to do nothing. I just don't know if it's going to get the crazy hype, right? Like for me, I'm very bullish on Cosmos this cycle, right? I'm very bullish on Cosmos. These blockchains, there's a lot of blockchains now. They're going to need a way to talk to themselves, talk to each other. So I'm bullish on Cosmos. I'm bullish on the Cosmos ecosystem, right? So I'm stacking Cosmos. I'm stacking alt on Cosmos. I am also bullish on, and I just like that narrative, right? Like interoperability is going to be a narrative in my opinion, right? Number two, layer 2 scaling solutions I think are going to come back. I think it's going to be another big narrative again. And then I do think we're going to get that, what the NFTs were last cycle. I think we're going to get that. The NFTs and the meme coins kind of came out of nowhere. But it's very hard to say what that's going to be. Is it going to be the AI tokens, or do we already see the AI token gold rush? I don't know. It's hard to say. Or is something new going to come out, right? But I do think we're going to I do think we're going to see that happen, right? I do think we're going to see something come up that's like, you know, that's going to wind up being like the big thing that we didn't realize, like NFTs of last cycle. But, guys, with all that being said, shout out to Kane. We already looked at Polkadot. You could go ahead and scrub back just a little bit. Shout out to Ali said, I am joining that premium Discord this weekend. Well, Ali, I'll see you in there in the premium live stream on Monday. I will see you in there, and I'll shout you out, and I'll say, hey, I remember talking to you on the live stream last week, and here you are. You weren't lying. You're a person of your word. Let's go. Shout out to Ali. Is it Ali or Ali? I don't know. Hopefully I'm not messing it up. Yeah, ARB is big for DeFi. We can take a look at ARB real quick. Dave, I told you we're getting off early, bro. I told you. Yeah, Arbitrum. Oh, my God. She's coming down, guys. My Arbitrum bag is wrecked. It's okay. It's okay, guys. Just buy more, right? When you're in the red, just buy more to lower your entry point. Just cover it. Just cover it. But here you go. Red dot, yeah. Oh, God, man. I mean, this is going to be hard for me to find more targets to the downside. But, yeah, it's going to be hard to do TA on this right now, to be 100% honest with you guys. But I will say, if you could put in a bullish divergence here on the 6 hour, can you get one on the daily? Not going to get it on the daily. I would look for, how about the 4 hour? Yeah, I would look for a bullish divergence here at the value area low. Look for it on your 4 hour. Look for it on your 6 hour. That could be a potential reversal signal to get a move back up to the POC or up to a local golden pocket, which you would likely put in a lower. You would likely put in a lower high and then maybe reject back down. I don't know, but I would look for that divergence at the lows of that range. Then AI coins become new metaverse coins. and the metaverse coins step down to gaming coins, and gaming coins take over the earth. The cycle will complete. Shout out to Wick589. Definitely possible. Definitely possible, man. Creighton C says, Mrs. Candles, how about some Taco Bell? Oh, hey, Mrs. Candles does like Taco Bell. I will say that. I mean, DZ is part... Mrs. Candles... never mind, guys. Let's see. Sell... Oh, God. Shout out to, hang on, where to go? Shout out to Metabuy, said, sell high, buy low. Not financial advice. Dang right, my friend. ARB to 5 cents. Sorry. I hope so. If ARB goes to 5 cents, I will buy it. I will buy ARB at 5 cents. But, let's see. Let's see. Drop some videos and pics in the off-topic channel. Oh, God, of the mosh pit? Oh, God, was amazing. Was in the mosh pit the entire show. Let's go. Shout out to Rob. Hopefully you made it out alive. Well, I guess you did. Hopefully you don't have too many injuries. Time to spin it, DJ Frankanashi. Let's go, guys. Time to spin that wheel of pain and pleasure, which is now just the wheel of pleasure. Shout out to the 931 people still in here, guys. Thank you so much for the 1,120 likes. I really do appreciate you guys. I'm going to go ahead and throw a premium Discord membership, 1 free month of the premium Discord into our giveaway this Friday, right? And I did say that I would give away a free membership on this live stream, but that was if we hit our like goal on the earlier live stream. We hit it on the later live stream, so we're going to pull this winner. But it is, Rob, go ahead and add that to our giveaways. I'm sure you already did. All this talk about Taco Bell got me wanting some Taco Bell. Me too, bro. Me too. Shout out to V-Slim, bro. V-Slim, I feel like we talked about this before, but were you one of the people in the first streams? I know you're a super OG. I know that for a fact, obviously. But were you one of the people that were in my first stream? I think you were. But let me know. And don't lie, V-Slim. But I'm pretty sure you were. Awesome, dude. Shout out to Ranman. Let's see. Bro, tell me about China coin like CFX. I don't really know exactly what you mean there, Cran. I don't. If you could be more specific, I'd like to answer that. If y'all eat Taco Bell, it will dump Bitcoin like it will dump your toilet. Shout out to SV. 1K likes, Benjamin Cal. Shout out to you, man. Don't forget the extra 7 spins from the FOMC stream this afternoon. Guys, what would I do without the mods? Tyler, Crypto Billy, Rob, I said Creighton C. Shout out to Creighton C. Not a mod, but Creighton C's the man. Captain Kirk, Crypto Billy, Crypto Anon, all of the mods, guys. Really, I appreciate you guys. Like, seriously, I would have forgotten those 7 spins, which, you know, would be really annoying, right? Like, shout out to you guys. I really would be lost without you. Yeah, woo! On the likes tonight. Shout out to Sarah. Thank you for that. Sarah checking in for the female Candle Mafia, or the CF mob, the Candle Female Mob. Let's see. Thanks, Frankie, for being an awesome man. Makes my drive home from work 10 times better hanging out with the Mafia. Hey, Harley, shout out to you, man. I always thought you were riding a motorcycle because of your name, but now I know you're in the car. But shout out to you, man. It's cool, and I just got goosebumps, man. It's still weird to me. Like, I don't think I'll ever get used to the fact that there is somebody, Harley, I don't know where you live, but there is someone out there, like, just playing me in their car right now. Like, it's so weird to me. I'll never get used to that. Like, even when people recognize me, you know, at Bitcoin Miami and stuff, and they're like, yo, you're Frankie Candles. Like, it's the coolest feeling, man. It's the weirdest thing. It's, like, definitely weird. I always go, someone goes, you know, sometimes people come to the Hit Factory to do tours, and I see someone, and I know they're a visitor because they're not someone I know, and I'm like, they're like, they come up to me, they're like, Frankie, and I'm like, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh God, Frank, come on, dude, you met this person, obviously, you know who this is, don't be weird, you know who this is, and then they're like, Frankie Candles, dude, I love your show, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know you, this is the weirdest thing in my life, I'm like embarrassed because I think I don't remember you, but you just know me, and I don't know you, it's the weirdest thing in the world, and I feel really blessed to be in this position, it's super cool, that's why I dedicate so much of my time to it. This is really like my main focus of my life. This and Mrs. Candles, guys. This is my life. This is, and it's the coolest thing in the world. I would never take it for granted. I don't care if we have 1 million subscribers. I will never take this for granted, guys. I am here for the people. I'm here for the Candle Mafia, and yeah, I will never not feel lucky to have what I have. This is the coolest thing in the world. Never thought I'd be here. It's so cool. And with the coolest people. Shout out to Harley in Dallas, bro. Come see me sometime. Kimberlyn loves you too. Hey, shout out to Kimberlyn. I remember shouting out Kimberlyn. It was her birthday, right? 27? We were talking about her golden birthday. Shout out to Harley. I'm pretty sure that was what was going on. I don't fully remember, but yeah, it was like her golden birthday. And then Tony D said, hey, man, you also came to He's like, you visited me in college during your golden birthday, during the 27th of April, too. And that was your birthday. And I was like, yeah, my birthday falls on April 27th every year. And it was so funny. But anyway, yeah, shout out to Harley. Tell Kimberlyn I said hi. Thank you for all you do. Shout out to Dora. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Bro, I need to go to sleep. In Poland, we have 2:30 p.m., and kid will wake up in 4 hours. Take care. Shout out to Michael or Mitchell. I don't know how to say that. I've never seen it spelt like that. Shout out to Chemistry, bro. Let's go. All right, let's see. What do we got? 7 spins from earlier, and we got 10 spins, so we got a few more spins. Let's keep doing it. You already take us for granted, Frank. Hashtag too many days off because of Tony D. Why because of Tony D, Dave? Too many. Oh, because he makes me take days off. Is that why? Let me know, Dave. Roast me all you want. At least I can breathe. No. I'm blocking Tony. Tony, I'm hiding you from the channel. You're done, bro. You're done. Shout out to Tony D. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh, God, that's funny, bro. Yo, oh, God, we were throwing flame in the chat today, guys. We were roasting. I got roasted today. Yo, Frankie, I'm learning so much from you. I appreciate you, brother. LFG, shout out to Rob, and I'm not talking about the crypto snob, but shout out to Rob Ella. Thank you for that, bro. It's good to know. It's like the #1 thing you never took days off before, Tony D. Yeah, I will say this, Dave, I will say this. I have learned since Tony D got here that I probably wouldn't be here right now if Tony D didn't force me to take those days off. I did not realize that I was probably 2 days away from complete burnout. And it kind of scared me, I'll be honest. It would have been horrible because it would have killed me because I would want nothing more than to come back on stream. But I just wouldn't be able to get myself to do it because of actual, like, full-blown burnout. Yeah, I talk to TJ about it all the time, too, and he's like, man, like, I was sick for 2 weeks. And TJ told me, he goes, bro, he's like, you need to take a break, dude. Your body's trying to talk to you. And I'm like, nah. And then I got worse, and then I wound up finally taking a couple days off, and I felt 100 times better, and I texted TJ. I said, bro, you were right. My body was definitely trying to talk to me. And then we came back at full force. I'm back to normal, and it's great. So, yeah, shout out to Dave. I still don't really take days off, to be honest with you. But, yeah, this is my day off. This was my short stream today, guys, which went the full 2 hours. But, yeah, shout out to Dave Digital. Yeah, collab with Sheldon would be monumental. We're trying to get in touch with Sheldon for sure. We'll make it happen. We'll definitely try to make it happen, but we need him to answer us first. So blow up his comments. CandleMafia, Frankie Candles, collab with Frankie Candles. Blow him up. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Hit him up in his chat. Everything you could possibly do to get his attention. Say that you guys want to see him on our stream, and we hung out with him in Miami. So yeah, we're gonna get it going. We're gonna try to get it going. So shout out to Sheldon the Sniper. But guys, Dave Digital said fan stream takeover on your days off. Oh God, shout out to Dave. We probably should do that at some point. We'd have to make a new YouTube channel because it would probably get banned. But shout out to Dave Digital. I love you, bro. I'm working hard on it. Oh, okay. Yeah. Shout out to Dave. Yeah. Getting in touch with Sheldon, I assume is what you're saying. But yeah, I'll take her over on your day off. Yeah. Yeah. The only days, I mean, I do take off the weekends. I try to take off the weekends, but it's hard for me. It's because I do this stuff whether I'm live or not, right? Like if I'm live, if I'm live, I'm doing TA. If I'm not live, I'm trading. If I'm not trading, I'm doing a tutorial that is looking at the charts, and then I get off the stream. I'm gonna get off this stream. I'm gonna go eat dinner. I'm gonna come right back to the computer and look at the charts again. And that's just all I do. But I do need to learn how to take a break at some point. But no days off. You don't get here. You don't get here by taking days off. That's for sure. But there we go, guys. We got 17 spins here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12 giveaways out of 17. That's not too bad of a hit rate. Not even for a trading strategy. Did you hear that, Tony? We need a new channel. You guys kill me. But guys, Vsum said, oh, I'd get banned right away. Yo, you guys kill me. Like, why would I want to get off the internet? I'm having fun. I'm laughing with my friends. This is the sickest thing ever. Looking like we're going to bounce from 25K BTC straight up, fam. Shout out to SB. We'll have to keep an eye on it. But, guys, Shout out to Wick589 Classic, and Creighton C, and Crimson Caravan Company, and Jessica, and V-Slim, and Dave Digital, and many a K. How long have you held a trade, and how much did it cost? Like, what's the longest I've held a trade? I'm in a long position. Oh, God, I don't have it open. I'm in 2 long positions that I've been in for a very long time. I could check the I could check what I'm paying on that, but not right now because I got to log in and everything. But we're wrapping up the show. But I don't typically hold trades for very long. I typically, like even my swing trades, I usually only hold for like a week. But anyway, shout out to Medic Money. Shout out to everybody in here. Shout out to SB and everybody who tuned in. I appreciate everybody from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for spending your precious time with us. Hopefully you found some value in this live stream. Shout out to Karam. Oh, God, Karam bin Kamel. Hopefully I said that right. Said, love your live stream from Pakistan. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for being here. But, guys, empty taco. Oh, God. With all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I'll see you guys here tomorrow. Same place, same time, 5:45. Get this mic out of the way. 5:45, messing up my outro. 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to my boy, Mrs. Deezy. Shout out to my boy, Deezy. I don't know why I always mess that up, guys. Shout out to my boy, Deezy. That's all I got. Frankie Candle's out. Bing bong. Helen's favorite Dutch said 3, 2, 1. He's back, and here I am. Helen, you spawned me. You've summoned me. You've summoned the Candleman, the official, the real Candleman. I don't really know what to say here. Shout out to bullishsauce.eth. I saw that super chat, man. It says thank you, and I am here saying thank you for saying thank you. But you gave me $10, and I can't give you the blue strip through the camera. Oh, it's an older 100, actually. But shout out. This is fake money, guys, by the way. I don't want anyone thinking I'm like this, it's fake. I swear. It's fake, guys. But anyway, shout out to bullishsauce.eth. I really do appreciate that super chat. I'm just messing around, man. Where'd chat go? Shout out to you. Always super chatting. And thank you for everyone who got the memberships. The Candleman. Shout out to Wick. No, thank you, Frankie. bullishsauce.eth. You're always out there supporting. I really do appreciate you, man, so much. Chemistry Bro. Nice count. Shout out to Chemistry Bro. But, guys, I don't know what I'm doing here. Salute to my paisan. This one's to Jimmy Two Shoes. I just want to just say that we appreciate Jimmy Void, Jimmy Two Shoes with the Bronx Bitcoin Bulls. And shout out to Alex T-Gen. Shout out to you, man. And shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob showing off those emojis. Everybody spam the emojis if you got them. If you're part of the Frankie Candles membership, go ahead and spam those emojis while I go ahead and take another sip of this Aztec and Cactus Moss Water. Shout out to you, Jimmy Two Shoes. Salut, my friend. Salut. It's not fake. It falls out of Ben's pockets while he's walking around. I mean, guys, there is benefits to having BitBoy as a friend. He will, hey, Ben, I need some prop money. I need some prop money for the set, Ben. And he just pulls out of his pocket and hands over $20K in cash. And, yeah, it works. It works. It works. I'm just kidding, guys. It's fake. I'm just kidding. It's real. Bing bong. That's all I got. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.